So guys, crypto markets are still trading sideways. Bitcoin and Ethereum price actions looking stale. Bitcoin dominance saw a little bit of a rejection. And right now the ETH and Bitcoin charts is not looking too hot, which is really going to point to the fact when altcoin season is going to be starting. Right now, guys, there's mixed sentiment around the crypto markets and alt season, but price action more than likely is going to be happening in March. And we're already in the middle of February. So this is pretty much the calm before the storm. So overall, guys, I want to walk you guys through these specific indicators when altcoin season could be potentially happening and the sentiment in the crypto markets that you need to know. Overall though, if you're new to my channel, go and check out the rest of my content. I'm an intermediate trader documenting my journey since the beginning of 2023, not like the rest of these crypto influencers or YouTubers you've seen. I'm actually keeping you guys updated with the day-to-day events, price action around Bitcoin and altcoins, so you can understand how liquidity shifts, the specific events that are going to be having an effect on the markets, and exactly whenever altcoin season is potentially going to be happening. Right now, we've been keeping up with indicators around Bitcoin dominance as well as the price action around Ethereum to really let us know exactly where we're going to be going. Everything has been super stale and trading sideways, and right now there's a lot of sentiment around the ETH and Bitcoin chart as well as Bitcoin dominance as to where we're going to be going. And I want to give you guys this information because it's super key to understand exactly when altcoin season is going to be happening. But let's go and jump into it. So guys, like I said, the crypto markets have been trading sideways. Bitcoin sitting at 97,000, Ethereum sitting at 2693. Bitcoin dominance did see a little bit of a rejection, sitting currently at 60%, almost 61%. And the total 2 chart has been rallying up a little bit, with altcoins seeing a little bit of relief. You can see in my portfolio, a few of the coins are up for the 7-day. Conduct, Hash AI, Destra, Mr. Miggles, Just to Chill guys, the only one that is still down, which that is a gamble play, guys. We're in meme coins for gamble plays, but all my coins are significantly up for the 7-day, and it's just because a lot of good coins, strong coins with strong communities have been pumping due to the pumps that we have been seeing in the past week or so. But overall, the sentiment around altcoins is that altcoin season is already going to be happening, guys, in March. And we've been talking about this for the past few videos, but we've been keeping up with indicators around Bitcoin dominance as well as the price action around Ethereum to really let us know exactly if altcoins are going to get the liquidity that they need. And right now, everyone's pretty much just waiting for that next rip up, and more likely it's going to be happening in March. But everyone's just keeping up with these specific trend lines, indicators based off of pretty much how the US economy is doing in previous cycles as well. Overall, Crypto Intelligence talks about the rejection that we saw around Bitcoin dominance, and I thought it was really good to keep this perspective in play, just because a lot of people see a little bit of rejection and they feel super bullish, but at the end of the day, that doesn't completely mean anything. He goes on to say there is hope for alt C, and he doesn't completely say alt season because he doesn't want to jinx it, but he says Bitcoin dominance was rejected from the uptrending support diagonal still. And pretty much it's a long way to go, and this is no confirmation, but a glimpse is still a little bit of hope. So at the end of the day, we did see a little bit of rejection, but at the end of the day, we still don't have true validation to really show that liquidity is shifting back. I still think that Bitcoin dominance is going to be running probably a little bit higher. We did see a wick up to 64% in the previous week. So at the end of the day, we still need more price action to really determine where we're going. But Benjamin Cohen talks about Bitcoin dominance and pretty much the price action around the ETH and Bitcoin chart and exactly what we need to see for altcoin season to start. He goes on to say, in order to get alt season, like everybody wants, like so many people want, ETH Bitcoin needs to bottom and start trending higher. But we haven't bottom, guys. We are still continuously to go down. He says as long as ETH and Bitcoin goes lower, then alt season is delayed. So many people assume that Bitcoin dominance going higher is a negative thing for crypto, when in reality it is a positive thing. And it's just because, guys, when Bitcoin dominance is running up, we're seeing a lot of crypto investors, everyone allocating to Bitcoin, Tether, and this is creating a lot of hype, which is creating a lot of profits for a lot of individuals. And once that Bitcoin dominance hits a certain percentage mark in the high sense, that's whenever we start to see liquidity shift into altcoins and other cryptocurrencies. He goes on to say alt season occurs from high Bitcoin dominance levels, not low Bitcoin dominance levels. Normally Bitcoin dominance does go down in post halving years, so his assumption is that dominance does end the year in the red at this point, but so far dominance has gone up this year, which is a little bit different as opposed to other crypto cycles. He goes on to say a lot of people make him out to be the bad guy for talking about the devaluation of alt and Bitcoin pairs for the last 3 years, when he was just trying to showcase the advantages of being Bitcoin heavy rather than altcoin heavy. If you view his posts about altcoin and Bitcoin pairs as negative, then it is probably because your view of the cryptoverse is warped and you don't understand that Bitcoin leads to bull markets, not altcoins. ETH and Bitcoin has already gone lower than his expectations, and he doesn't want to see it go any lower. But he also has seen people for the last 3 years desperately call for alt season, only to be wrong time and time again. If anything, there's chances of being right have gone up this year, since it is the post-halving year. Regardless of what happens as the year goes on, he thinks the cycle has taught everyone a lot about how the market cycle works. And it's super true, guys. A lot of people are really starting to learn exactly how money and liquidity shifts in the markets, and exactly when altcoin season is potentially going to be starting. And as he's been talking about, guys, he's been talking about this for the past 3 years, which is really bullish if you know anything about the markets, because we are on the verge of the cusp, the last year, whenever we see alt season start. And this is really bullish, pointing to the fact that at the end of the day, we need to keep up with the ETH and Bitcoin chart, but it has already gone much lower than he has anticipated. We're already nearing the, March pumps in terms of how much printing is going to be done from the U.S. economy, and a whole bunch of things from the FMC, which is going to be super key, guys. But understanding this is super, I guess transparent to really understand exactly when everything is going to rip up. A lot of people refuse to see things like this, and as a result, they don't understand whenever altcoin season starts. But if you're navigating the space, you're learning things like this is a great chart to understand, and exactly how crypto analysts and crypto investors have been anticipating the price action around this chart, and exactly what you can learn from it. This is super key, guys. And until ETH and Bitcoin bottoms out, we aren't going to see alt season start. So we need to keep up with the price action around this chart. Justin Bennett goes on to talk about exactly the challenge for Bitcoin bulls. He says Tether dominance has held above its previous range highs since February 5th. And it's now testing this area as new support. And you guys can see where he put this red arrow, where it's testing this new support zone for pretty much Tether dominance, USDT. He goes on to say if USDT drops back within the range of the HTFs, he goes on to say then we have a bullish crypto market. If it can't, expect sideways to lower for Bitcoin and ETH, etc. It's not about forecasting, it's about reacting. So at the end of the day, guys, right now it's super key to really see exactly what's going to be happening with USDT dominance as well, because if we start to drop below this region, then more than likely we're going to start to see altcoin season potentially happening. That Bitcoin and ETH chart is going to start to rally back up, which is going to allow liquidity to pump back into the markets. But if we start to see USDT break above this specific region where it's kind of holding at support, then potentially we're going to start to see ETH and Bitcoin deviate much lower, which is going to also cause altcoins to crash much lower. This is super key, guys, because there's two different perspectives right now based off of what's going on with the ETH and Bitcoin chart, Bitcoin dominance, as well as where USDT is currently sitting. We're sitting in a very tricky situation. So understanding this price action is going to be super key to let us know if we're going to be deviating lower or if we're going to start shooting up. Keeping up with the price action is super key, guys, for the rest of the week, closing out the weekend, going into next week. CryptoCon talks about the fear in the market and pretty much the price action around Bitcoin and exactly when we start to see moves. And he shows the fear and greed index and pretty much where everything starts to move. He says a little bit of fear, a little bit of boredom goes a long way in the bull market. The Bitcoin cycle has proved to be much more methodical and healthier than the last. We've had only 2 short periods in the extreme greed this cycle, and there's potential for much more. How good are you at waiting? And at the end of the day, guys, this is where you have to play the wait game. Swiping everything to the side, I show you guys these indicators, I show you guys the price action around specific assets to really understand exactly how liquidity is shifting in the market and the sentiment that you need to know. The past 2 days, I haven't dropped a video because I've been really key into understanding the markets. I've been leverage trading, made a good amount of money, and then actually lost a decent amount of money, which I'm going to make a whole video about that, guys, because you can make a whole bunch of money and you can lose a lot of money if you don't have discipline. But overall right now, in terms of when alt season is going to be happening, keeping up with these indicators, the price action around Bitcoin and Ethereum, and also USDT dominance and Bitcoin dominance is super key to let us know where liquidity is shifting. Like how I said, everything is kind of trading sideways right now, so we really need to keep up with this price action to really determine where everything is going to be going. We also have Trump throwing in a whole bunch of executive orders, doing a lot of different things for the US. We also have the Argentina president just rugging a whole bunch of people and a whole bunch of other different things that are currently taking place in the crypto markets, which squeeze out liquidity and also cause a lot of FUD in the markets. But this is why you need to keep up with the day-to-day events and exactly everything that is happening in the crypto markets. But if you're new to my channel, go and check out the rest of my content. I'm an intermediate trader documenting my journey since the beginning of 2023. Like how I said, not like the rest of these crypto influencers or YouTubers. I try not to be. I try to give you guys the actual day-to-day events that are happening, price action around specific indicators and assets, so you can understand how liquidity shifts. And overall, I like to strip all the FUD guys out of, you know, these videos. I like to give you guys the straight information, why people are FUDding, and exactly what you need to know so that you can actually position yourself correctly. We've been looking at altcoins. We've been looking around, trying to allocate. I've been, you know, dollar cost averaging into the markets. Lately, I've been leverage trading, even though we're trading sideways, and I've been making money, but I also had one of my craziest deviations about 2 days ago, which I'm going to make a whole video about it, which if you're new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe. But if you're not new to the channel, you've been anticipating that video, and I'm going to be dropping it this weekend. But new to the channel, let me know exactly what's going on with your crypto investments. Let me know exactly what's going on with your perspective on the markets. Actually, right now is a super keen time to really get into the markets and understand these indicators and everything, because right now is a time of learning, a time of anticipating and participating in all the different things that are going on. And if you refuse to, you know, accept how previous cycles have played out, exactly the, you know, predictions from crypto analysts and crypto investors, then you're really going to miss out on a lot of different moves. But overall, let me know what you guys think is going on. I'm going to keep you guys updated on these indicators and price action, and I'm going to drop a video this weekend talking about my leverage trading, my journey, pitfalls, what you need to avoid and what you need to focus on. And I actually have a link so that you can guys join that, get a bonus. I get a bonus. It's going to be awesome. Stay tuned for that video. Let me know if you have questions, suggestions. Catch you in the next one. Peace.